Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for January 22nd, read by Craig M. from Denny, Scotland. AA Thoughts for the Day. Vigilance. Deliver us from temptation must continue to be a prime ingredient of our every attitude, practice and prayer. When things go well, we must never fall into the error of believing that no great ill can possibly befall us, nor should we accuse ourselves of negative thinking when we insist on facing the destructive forces in and around us, both realistically and effectively. Vigilance will always be the small price of survival. It's from Bill W., November 1960, Language of the Heart, page 316 to 317. Thought to consider. Adversity introduces us to ourselves. Acronyms. Peace. Principles experienced active change every day. Just for today. Bottoms. Step 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Why all this insistence that every AA must hit bottom first? The answer is that few people would sincerely try to practice the AA program unless they have hit bottom. For practicing AA's remaining 11 steps mean the adoption of attitudes and actions that almost no alcoholic who is still drinking can dream of taking. Who wishes to be rigorously honest and tolerant? Who wants to confess his faults to another and make restitution for harm done? Who cares anything about a higher power, let alone meditation and prayer? 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 24. Daily Reflections. Let's keep it simple. A few hours later I took my leave of Dr. Bob. The wonderful, old, broad smile was on his face as he said almost jokingly, "Remember, Bill, let's not louse this thing up. Let's keep it simple." I turned away, unable to say a word. That was the last time I ever saw him. Some Alcoholics Anonymous Comes of Age, page 214. After years of sobriety, I occasionally ask myself, can it be this simple? Then at meetings, I see former cynics and skeptics who have walked the AA path out of hell by packaging their lives without alcohol into 24-hour segments, during which they practice a few principles to the best of their individual abilities. And then I know again that, while it isn't always easy, if I keep it simple, it works. As Bill sees it, fear is a stepping stone. The chief activator of our defects has been self-centered fear. Primarily fear that we would lose something we already possessed or would fail to get something we demanded. Living upon a basis of unsatisfied demands, we are in a state of continual disturbance and frustration. Therefore, no peace was to be had unless we could find the means of reducing these demands. For all its usual destructiveness, we have found that fear can be the starting point for better things. Fear can be a stepping stone to prudence and to a decent respect for others. It can point the path to justice as well as to hate. And the more we have of respect and justice, the more we shall begin to find the love which can suffer much and yet be freely giving. So fear need not always be destructive, because the lessons of its consequences can lead us to positive values. That's from the 12 and 12, page 76, and the Grapevine, January 1962. The Big Book quote. Another principle we observe carefully is that we do not relate intimate experiences of another person unless we are sure he would approve. We find it better, when possible, to stick to our own stories. A man may criticise or laugh at himself, and it will affect others favourably, but criticism or ridicule coming from another often produces a contrary effect. From Alcoholics Anonymous, The Family Afterwards, page 125. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. In the beginning, you want to get sober, but you're helpless. So you turn to a power greater than yourself, and by trusting in that power, you get the strength to stop drinking. From then on, you want to keep sober, and that is a matter of re-educating your mind. After a while, you get so that you really enjoy simple, healthy, normal living. And you really get a kick out of life without the artificial stimulus of alcohol. All you have to do is look around at the members of any AA group and you will see how their outlook has changed. Is my outlook on life changing? Meditation for the day. I will never forget to say thank you to God, even on the greyest days. My attitude will be one of humility and gratitude. Saying thank you to God is a daily practice that is absolutely necessary. If a day is not one of thankfulness, the practice has to be repeated until it becomes so. Gratitude is a necessity for those who seek to live a better life. Prayer for the day. I pray that gratitude will bring humility. I pray that humility will bring me to live a better life. It's from Hazeldean Foundation, PO Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. It says Transitions Daily. My name's Craig and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.